For decades, the computing world was defined by a rigid binary. Whether you bought an office laptop or a gaming rig, you were choosing between two dominant hardware architectures that had owned the market since the 1980s. In December 2025, NVIDIA appeared to double down on that status quo. They finalized a $5 billion purchase for a 4.4% stake in Intel, their primary historical rival. The companies framed the deal as the marriage of the century. The plan was to combine Intel's CPU footprint with NVIDIA's GPU dominance to lock in the upcoming AI PC market for traditional architecture. The market reaction was immediate. Believing the future of the PC was now secured, investors sent competitor stocks like AMD surging, with some names climbing more than 130%, as the industry's old guard felt permanently insulated. Wall Street treated this $5 billion alliance as an unbreakable guarantee.
To the analysts, NVIDIA's investment meant the AI revolution would be fought on familiar ground, using the same chips that had powered the last 40 years. That sense of security lasted exactly 6 months. In June 2026, Jensen Huang took a Taipei stage and unveiled a different reality. He introduced the RTX Spark, a high-end ARM chip with 20 CPU cores and a Blackwell GPU, designed to eat Intel's premium PC business. The paradox was unmistakable. NVIDIA had just spent 6 months and $5 billion supporting the legacy architecture, only to launch a weapon aimed directly at its heart. As the markets opened, Intel and AMD dropped 5% and 6% respectively, but NVIDIA gained 4%. MediaTek and ARM Holdings, the partners behind this new chip, both rose more than 5%. The market did not punish the contradiction, it rewarded the optionality. Investors realized that NVIDIA had positioned itself so that it would profit regardless of which architecture ultimately wins the AI cycle. To understand why NVIDIA's value keeps climbing, you have to look at how they use optionality as a financial weapon. They have engineered a scenario where losing is no longer a mathematical possibility. If x86 architecture wins, NVIDIA owns part of Intel, licenses NVLink, and sells discrete GPUs. If the market shifts to ARM, NVIDIA ships its own superchip, capturing the whole margin. Whichever side wins, the money lands on the same balance sheet. Most tech giants are forced to pick one technological lane and spend billions defending it. Intel and AMD have to fight for the survival of their architecture. NVIDIA is the only player that is architecture agnostic. This strategy transforms the entire compute stack into a toll road. By controlling the most expensive component on both sides of the hardware divide, NVIDIA ensures it gets paid on every realization of AI compute. For the legacy incumbents, the threat isn't that they'll stop selling chips. It's that the PC market is bifurcating into two distinct financial tiers. The bottom tier, the cheap $400 office laptops, will likely stay on legacy hardware. These carry massive unit volume but very thin profit margins. The top tier, the premium AI laptops priced up to $4,000, is where the actual dollars are. By plugging a Blackwell GPU directly into these flagship devices, NVIDIA has successfully targeted the highest margin segment of the market. This is why the stocks plummeted. Intel and AMD kept the volume, while NVIDIA captured the actual wealth. The most strategic consumer product of the next decade is a Taiwan story from end to end. The CPU was co-designed by MediaTek, a company headquartered in Hsinchu. They provided the engineering ownership that allowed NVIDIA to bypass the American processor giants. The actual fabrication runs on TSMC's 3nm node, in factories just 20 minutes away from the design teams. This physical concentration creates a supply chain that is nearly impossible for competitors to replicate. By keeping the design and manufacturing entirely within the US-Taiwan AI alliance, the free market has effectively isolated the most strategic tech of the decade from the Chinese Communist Party's sphere of influence. The new reality for legacy companies is a permanent demotion. They have shifted from being the guaranteed winners of the computing world to being just two of several players fighting for the low-margin leftovers. While the industry debates which chip architecture is faster or more efficient, that technical argument is largely a distraction from the financial war. The real divide is between companies that merely rent a temporary position in the compute stack and the one company that has positioned itself to own the stack outright. Because of this $5 billion hedge, the AI premium on your next device is effectively a tax. And in this new world, the toll goes to NVIDIA, regardless of whose logo is on the box.
This is Market Truths. Clear analysis of markets, technology, and power.